Hi everybody. My bagging kit has arrived for my Ego Z6. I was just changing the blades over. I have had it all fitted on. I was hoping it would fit up in the back of my van, but it's about 2 inches high. So I've got the high lift blades. I just wanted to show you the difference in the high lift blades. It's not much. I know from the Husqvarna that the mulching blades did, not a bad job, but it just didn't push enough grass for when it was damp. So the high lift section is minimal. If you can just see that, it's hard to point to it when you're doing it with one hand. See where my thumb is there? There's a cutout in this blade and there's a cutout at the end. If you can see on the end of the high lift blade, that's all the differences, and it obviously creates just more lift to get the grass up into the grass box. And what they don't show you on the instructions, they do say to stick 2 screwdrivers or pins in there to line up with that boss so you can undo this nut. There is a nice pinhole there, so you can put a pin in there, so when you turn to undo it, it locks against that. But as you tighten it up, your screwdrivers tip over a little bit and they misalign on those holes. You can still tighten it up. There's just a job to get your screwdrivers out of there, but you have to make sure that it's got written on here. It's got it written on there to tell you to keep this side facing the grass, so that tipping edge needs to go up into the deck. But that's the two that's the underside of the deck there, and the 2 motors. And the obvious difference between this one and the Husqvarna is no pulleys, no belts, just those 2 cables, and it was ever so easy to get off. You just undo the 2 electric connections, drop the 2 pins out of the back, and then slide it back. Underneath the mower at the front is like a bar, pivot bar that locks into those 2 fittings there, and it comes straight off. Piece of piss. The annoying thing is that on the mower is the side chute here. Obviously when you're cutting with a bagging attachment on, this is up, but when you haven't got this in and that falls down, there's no way of holding that up, which is the same as the other mowers I've had. So what, I drill a hole in here and have a bungee going across to the, on this mower it's easy because you've got the adjustment handle for the seat, so you can hold that up, because when you put it in the van, it's obviously a foot bigger. Just you can't get it in, because the last mower, like when you're going through gates and what have you, you hit this or going past trees and it ends up getting broken off. Here, this is exactly the same attachment as on the Husqvarna. I think it's actually probably the same deck as the Husqvarna. So if you just pop a hole in there, you can stick a bungee on there to hold that up, keep it out of the way, and then you can drop it down whenever you need it. Now you can see there's a mark on there already, and I think the problem with that is I don't show you this on the fitting video from Ego. Where is it? It's on the deck itself. Hold on. Now the side chute on my Ego, never on my Husqvarna, never fitted very well. And once you put the top chute on, and when you were emptying it and clearing the chute, it ended up having to lifting itself off of the aperture that's in the deck there, and you would lose lift because the air was spilling out. But in this one, it's hard to see. If you can just see there, that little bracket there underneath the spring. I don't know how I'm going to do this with one hand. On the chute here, I'm trying to measure something. You've got that front bracket there, which fits into that front notch on the deck, But what they don't show you in the video is this little bracket here, which is, I think it's riveted on. Yeah, that's riveted on. That little bracket there has to hook over there. Now you obviously, I think if you're going to use the bag when you put it on, you leave it on, and that'll be fine. But if you're taking it on and off, and I'll probably get used to the technique of hooking it on there, that's a bit of a pain in the arse to hook that on there. But the trouble with my old Husky, the side chute was twice the length of this, and when you were cutting with wet grass and it used to choke up, when you take the top chute off, the weight of the grass, it used to fall out all the time. So I used to have a bungee on this to hold this up. Bungees everywhere. So I'm hoping because of that front bracket there, it will hold itself better. And because of this section here they've added to the chute design here, it fits perfectly on the deck. I'll do another video when I've got it. I'll put the deck back on, and then I'll do a video of how well this all fits on the machine. We'll have this as part 1 video bagger. It comes with the collapsible bags, which is good if you're packing stuff in the van because it takes up less room. How long they'll last or how easy they're going to be to lift when they're full of grass could be another issue. Now it comes with a clear chute, so you can see the grass going up the chute, which is a good idea. But as you can see, even coming straight out of the box, I don't know if you'll see it on the camera, there's a couple of scratches on there already. Now what I've seen, because there used to be a mower that had this clear section on the tube, and it gets so scratched that eventually you can hardly see through it. So it's a good idea, but a little bit of a gimmick. A bit like the lights, really, see, because when you put the side chute up, when the side chute is up for bagging, it covers that light, so it's a waste of time having it. Why they didn't fit the lights down on the front of here, beyond me. Right, the bagger itself, this is a real heavy duty, robust bit of kit. It's quite heavy because it's got this big metal reinforcing bracket running along the front there. It makes it quite a bit of kit to lift on and off. Now because it won't fit in the van with this on, it's meant to have 2 pins that pop through there, but it just sits on the 2 upstand brackets, so I'm going to leave these pins off. Once it's got the bags on and they're filling with grass, there's no way that's coming off, it's quite heavy. It could be an issue is if you go under a tree and you hit the top of the box here, because your head height, it's about the same, but you're going to have to, if you hit a tree there, it's either going to bend these brackets here, which are quite heavy duty, and smash the back of the plastic up. See, that drops through into the chassis. I'm just going to have to be more mindful of them ducking under the trees. But overall, I suppose the advantage of having the boxes up above the battery compartment is you can still hook your trailer on, or your dethatcher or whatever, without taking this off. So what I'll do is I'll just put all that back together, and I'll do you another video on the bagger all put together, so you can see it on. And now, as usual, now when they sell this as a kit, the bagging kit, and they said it would be, the guy ordered it on Tuesday, saying it would be next day delivery on the Wednesday. So I had jobs lined up, dropped the other machine off, and it didn't turn up. And it did turn up on the Thursday, but they sent the bags with the weights that go on the front and everything, and they never sent the blades, so it was a waste of time. I had to wait till it all came in. The blades arrived late Friday, yesterday. So I missed out on a few jobs this week. That's the weights that they get on the front, and when you see the man fitting the weights on the Ego video, he's got like a U-bolt he slides up in there. They've obviously changed that. Now it's just 2 bolts to bolt that on, with a little bracket that fits underneath there. They send you a card, comes with the kit with instructions of how to change the blades and fit it all together. As you see on there, it comes with that section there that you have to bolt. You can see on there, you have to bolt in there. It's not on the instructions. They don't tell you to use that. They're telling you just to stick those 2 pipes in and drop that in on top. It's a bit, you know, obviously even in the instruction picture there, you can't see that section bolted in. You obviously omitted. Oh no, it's totally there. Look, they put it in afterwards. So although I sat and looked at this, I never saw that yesterday. What a wanker. Anyway, that's it put together. I did try lifting the whole thing off with the bars, with the pins in, but it's just too awkward to get it back in. I'm babbling again. Okay, right, Jazz, bye.